Welcome to This Week in the NFL Week 16 edition. Get ready for a Merry Christmas. Well, unfortunately, what had the potential to be one of the best Thursday night football games ever ended up being a total laugher. I know this is a little bit premature as there's more than 8 minutes to go in the game, but the Seahawks are looking way too fraudulent this season to pull off something as ridiculous as coming back to win this game, unless if former Saints wide receiver Rashid Shaheed pulls off a crazy punt return. Well, okay, at least it's over now. The Seahawks rally turns out to be too little too late as Sam Darnold's pass for the 2-point conversion falls incomplete, and wait, what are the referees doing? Oh my gosh. A backwards pass bounces just the right way to send this game to overtime. Yep, welcome to the NFL, everybody. Boy, you're really not silencing the scriptwriter allegations with that one, are you? Well, there you have it. Puka Nacua ends this game in dramatic fashion and, crap, I forgot the overtime rules. Now require both teams to have possession of the ball. But will it matter is the question. And the answer is yes. Sam Darnold may have just derailed Matthew Stafford's MVP campaign with a touchdown and, if they can get it, 2-point conversion. And of course they do. Why? Because it's Seattle. Of course they do. You know what? This season's so nuts, I'm kind of sold on the idea of a Seattle Super Bowl campaign now. Sam Darnold winning MVP in the Super Bowl would be the last contribution the Jets have made to the NFL history in the last 15 years. That insane game will send Seattle straight to the playoffs, as all they needed to do was win to get in. Also, they hold the number 1 seed for now. Let's see how long that bad boy will last. Not a very interesting game to talk about aesthetically. The Eagles just slept around for 3 quarters before finally waking up in the 4th. Remember when the Commanders had some semblance of hope? I do. Now it's just another we'll get him next time, champ. Well, it would have been pretty funny if the Eagles collapsed, but of course they never were going to. The NFC East has its first repeat winner in forever. The Cowboys' one and only route to the playoffs has also been knocked out as well. Nobody feels bad for them outside of Texas. I'm not going to say anything more about Micah Parsons, though. You've suffered enough without him. Yeesh, Packers. This is going to be the ugliest win I've seen in a while. I mean, you guys got your quarterback knocked out, and you still won by doing nothing. Just recover this onside kick, and you should be good to go while you get this big win on the road, and oh my gosh, they recovered it. Don't tell me you're going to let them score a touchdown, too. And right on cue, they let the Bears score a touchdown. Can you at least stop them in over? DJ Moore just won the game in overtime, are you kidding? Wow, you guys absolutely do not deserve to make the playoffs, but the sad thing is, you'll probably make it because you're so far ahead of the Lions anyway. You know, I feel like we would be 15-0 right now if we just started Tyler Shaw every game. Or played the Giants and Jets every game. Or played an NFC South team on the road. Yeah, if any of those conditions fall into place, we win. Josh Allen has suddenly become the front runner in the MVP race. I'm pretty sure Matthew Stafford wins it regardless of the Week 16 debacle, but we need to pretend to have tension and drama in the MVP race. Well, anyway, Josh Allen responds by stinking it up against the Browns. Well, that's not very Josh Allen-like. The Browns, on the other hand, may have finally found their quarterback in the name of Shader Sanders. Hopefully he'll be the guy to stick around for the long term. If anything else, just to get the last names from piling on the jersey. Last week, the Bengals scored 0 points. This week, they score 45. Does that make sense to you? No, now stop asking questions and buy more NFL merch.
Why are the Dolphins keeping around Mike McDaniel anyway?
This was a very sad game to watch. The Titans are pathetic in general, but the Chiefs, good lord. They've gotten just unbelievably soul-crushing as a team. They're down to their third string quarterback and can't move the ball to save their lives. This gives the Titans their first home win in over a year. At least the team that felt like they actually wanted to play football won in the end. I haven't mentioned it before, but Justin Herbert is actually playing with a broken left hand. Well, it's a lot easier healing that broken left hand when the defense you're playing is absolute garbage. I don't have a lot to say here outside of just more bashing of the Cowboys, so we're just going to move on this time around. Will the Raiders please get Ashton Gianti an offensive line? This man would be unstoppable on a good offensive line unit in front of him. As for the Texans, welcome back to early season offensive miscues. You guys really need to get it together with CJ Stroud. Ladies and gentlemen, they did it. For the first time in a long time, Tampa Bay is not the clear favorite to win the division anymore. It's Carolina. I feel like in the previous few years, everyone knew Atlanta would choke, but the Buccaneers might actually legitimately be doomed this time around. Then again, they do have another matchup in Tampa in Week 18, so maybe they're still favorites and I just don't know it. At least Max Brosmer finally came through and helped the Vikings, actually win games. Well done for improving. As for the Giants, I don't think it's possible for them to go any lower, so certainly don't be forced to improve next season. Oh my gosh, I am running out of things to say, just please move on. Congratulations, Jacksonville. You have officially earned your legitimate badge. You first did it to the Jets, now you're doing it against the Broncos. Jeez, these playoffs are going to be so much fun. Can I just fast forward to the postseason so we don't have to waste any more time on this darn regular season? A few people have been complaining about how I don't give enough time for each of these segments to get properly fleshed out as they deserve. So I'm going to be giving this game all the time in the world that it deserves. Falcons win, moving on. The ruling across the NFL is that the Lions are indeed a good team. However, them losing so many games has negated them from the playoffs. There is no replay of any games, and your season is pretty much over. In all seriousness though, Dan Campbell, count your days, man. It's actually over. Two NFC teams are now very happy that the Lions have been beaten by Aaron Rodgers and company again. One is the Chicago Bears. Just to twist the knife in Detroit further. Jeez, did you guys need Ben Johnson that much? You should have been paying him triple figures. On a less funny and exciting note, the Niners have also made the playoffs. Their adversity shown when fighting through injuries really did some heavy lifting to help them get here. I'm really interested to see how they do come playoff time. Ever want to lose a division that was considered unlosable? Just watch how the Baltimore Ravens play and take notes from them. Want to use your all-star running back in a game where you can't use your main quarterback because he's injured? How about just say no and throw out your backup quarterback out there instead? He'll do just fine. Spoiler alert, he did not do just fine. Boy, people will be lining up in droves to see just how the Ravens fumbled this cast of goofy characters. People are finally like, woohoo, we shut down the Chiefs, the NFL is saved forever. Well, too bad, buddy. The Patriots are back like it's the early 2000s once again. Will Drake May actually be the next Tom Brady? Will Mike Vrabel be the next Bill Belichick? Who knows? Maybe they flop and fail in the playoffs. But, I'm just saying, I've seen the signs. Last but not least, some Monday night action.
The Niners have won their last 4 straight. The Colts have lost their last 4 straight.
What do you think happens here when it comes to these types of games? Of course, the team with all the momentum in the world beats the team with absolutely no momentum whatsoever. Even if they aren't playing for a playoff spot since they already clinched it, the Niners still won that NFC West title and they want it now. As for Indy, man, I just feel bad for you. You thought you were on a magical run, and then the injury bug hit at possibly the worst possible year. Not really much you can do with that. The Colts' misfortunes have benefited 2 other AFC teams, though. First, Josh Allen and crew make it to the playoffs. Now, please win that Super Bowl, or heck, even make it. All of your other rivals are down, and there's no better time than now to seize the Lombardi Trophy. Secondly, the other Josh Allen and crew makes the postseason. Jacksonville's kind of an oddball to judge since I don't really know how Jacksonville will do in a given season. But this team looks legitimately top 3. In the AFC, new coaches, everyone. They can do a lot for your team. Well, a lot of teams punched their ticket to the dance this week. Must be like early Christmas presents for them. Well, anyway, here are 3 things that I learned this week. Number 1, Sam Darnold leads the best team in the NFL? Well, yes. For starters, he leads a 12-win team, and the only 12-win team that truly impressed me this week. Also, the Seahawks have one of the best coaching units in the league as a whole. Overall, Darnold's return has really not made Jets fans happy campers. Number 2, the 2024 number 1 seeds are bad luck. The Chiefs and Lions have really fallen apart this season as far as quality of football. Detroit due to the loss of their coordinators, and Kansas City due to a lack of complete effective offense. So yeah, let's just say that I'd watch your back, Seahawks and Broncos. And number 3, the only constant good in life is, Jesus Christ, I guess. I have seen the NFL gone through a lot of turmoil in terms of quality of football on the field, drama, and ref ball. But Jesus Christ himself has actually been exactly the same through my life. And I, for one, cannot wait what else in store he has for me. Well, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. And don't forget to have a Merry Christmas. And I'll see you next time. Luke chapter 1 verses 31 through 33. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you will name him Jesus. He will be very great and will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord God will give him the throne of his ancestor David, and he will reign over Israel forever. His kingdom will never end. Truly the greatest miracle known to mankind.